paradigm controls the results in our life. They have their power, everything that we do, from our relationship to our income. When you shift your paradigm, everything in your life improves. Hello, my name is Patrick Barfi, and I want to welcome you to Paradigm Shift. Here we are going to teach you how to dramatically improve your life. So what is paradigm? Paradigm are made up of our core beliefs that influence our daily and quality life or our daily decision making. So paradigm is kind of like a framework that make us see the world, or make the world make sense to us. And if you notice, you see the issues we're facing these days, if issues we're facing in the world, these are adapting of a wrong paradigm. And because they are paradigm, or every good paradigm for every situation. So when you talk of paradigm, you're not really talking about just science. We're talking of our daily lives, and we really need to have a paradigm shift to be able to change so many things in our life. And if you want your results to change, you need a paradigm shift. Today, I'm going to talk to a fine young man who had that paradigm shift and started making so many things and changing so many things in his life and trying to help a lot of people in our community. And now he's moving to another step or another level where he wants to bring real change. And his mind, or his whole idea, is to help our people be wealthy. So I'm going to talk to this young man, and we're going to pick it up from here. Boss, greetings.
How's it going?
Good. How's everything? Family and everyone?
Oh yeah, everybody's doing well.
Good. So if you wouldn't mind, introduce yourself, then we pick it up from here.
Yeah, so my name is Augustus Boating. I'm a tech entrepreneur, software engineer. Been in the industry for a while. So as Patrick said, I'm at a point where I want to give back. I've had a few initiatives over the years, last 10 years. And so now I'm at a point where I want to make a bigger impact, So I figured I'd join into this conversation of paradigm shift. I think is important. So thank you for having me.
You're welcome. I mean, Gas is, we've been in business before. I know him personally, and I know the changes he has brought to our people, and the help, nice young man, very energetic, very, very good in everything, very passionate in everything, he's been doing. So tell me, why are we here? I know you've joined, the paradigm shift.
Yeah.
Why are we here?
Yeah. I think, well, first off, I'm launching a program to teach people how to get into software development, how to become software engineers. Even if you don't want to be an engineer, I think this is something good to take just to give you that engineer mindset, and train of thought. And so, yeah, I just want to, encourage people to take the class, and definitely going to be a paradigm shift in their life. Not just from an income perspective, but I mean, just it's just so many different benefits and so many different things that comes with learning tech and becoming innovative.
Awesome. So, like I said, I know you personally. We've been in business together, and I know the things you've been doing. I know today I'm going to reveal one of your secrets. I know you don't want me to, but I will. So, guys, what actually inspired you to start offering this program? I know you've been doing this, and sometimes I know you've been doing it for free, and I know people that have gone through your hands and all that. But why now? What inspired you for at this level now that you're trying to make it like a bigger way to teach more people and all that?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I think for me, the inspiration essentially comes from my experience in the industry. You know, I remember early on starting. You know, it's kind of very difficult to grasp things. You know, to understand. I've always had a passion for just building. I'm one of those type of people. I love to build things, create things. But the software industry was very different. You know, I even had a teacher that once told me that you know, in terms of like building, actually writing code. I mean, this was like maybe 12, 13 years ago. The teacher was like, actually writing code. He has people that can write code around me. You know, like, you know, I wasn't that good. But what he saw was a spark, you know, the drive, you know, and so he would take every day after class, he would take like 30 minutes and kind of tutor me and mentor me, you know, help me, you know, catch up to speed. And so when I think about those things, there are people that don't have that, you know, those type of people in their lives, especially once they start. And then with me also doing my internship program for the last 10 years or so, I've been able to also mentor other people, and I've seen the results. Right, it's been able to help people get into the industry and get into great positions. You know, it's not just um, you know, they're getting into quality companies, and so now I think I want to inspire other people. I want to help other people to on a bigger scale, right? Help other people to get into the industry, have that mentor, someone that knows the ins and outs. Even if there's something that I can't or I don't know, I know how to point you in the right direction to get to where you need to go. So I think that's where the inspiration comes from, my own experience. You know, yeah,
Good, good, good. So, you told me, say, bro, hey, I know um, this can help our people, you know, because you said it all the time. Sorry, you've been saying it all the time. You said, hey, I know this industry is, bringing a lot of millionaires out of people, right? People are making a lot of money. So let's see this. How can can you describe to us, the key learning path you offer, like the full stack and all that? Can you give us a detail about?
yeah, 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 sure. So pretty much, you know, what I'm teaching um, can essentially put people on three different paths, all within software. Um,
Mhm.
and for those who, you know, are new to software industry completely, you know, I can kind of explain. So when you go into a system, or let's say, for example, let's use like an Uber app as an example. When you go on the Uber app, when you pull that app up, a team built the app. Okay. Now, when you pull that app up, and you know, maybe it sends you to your login, or maybe you know, maybe you're already logged in, and so then it takes you to your account or a welcome page or something like that. So there's typically in a larger company, typically there's another team that will work on the back end. You know, so when I say back end, is, you know, the API, you know, the data side and all that stuff. So so with what I'm doing, the front end is essentially the mobile app aspect. Um, the back end is, you know, the server side, dealing with data and things, and then we have the people that focus only on the data information, how we store it, you know, how we get the data, how we save the data, how we update the data. So if you go into your Uber app and maybe you update your your profile, you know, you have the SQL developers that have built the database in such a way or designed in such a way to handle that data. And then also you have the guys that are full stack, like myself. So full stack is pretty much you do everything.
Well,
Right? You can do every layer of a application of a system. You have experience and you have the knowledge to be able to build. So with what we're doing, we're offering essentially, we're offering a full stack. But also we understand that there's people that are only interested in, maybe the visuals. You have people that have eye for visuals. And so those people could do the front end. Not to say that they're not going to code, but there are people that like animation and things like that. So those are, front end guys. There are people who like building functionality, the back end guys, and then your data guys. And so with this program, we want to essentially help everybody. You choose your path, right? We're here, and I actually have someone else that's going to be working with me on it. He's also well versed in software development. So yeah, so essentially that's it. Just full stack. So for somebody that um, knows every aspect of the system, or works on every aspect of the system. SQL developer, someone who structures the database, designs the database and structures the data. Front end developer, someone who builds what you see, right? So if you go on your Uber app and you're clicking on the app a button and the button is not working, you have to blame your front end developer, or maybe it might be the back end guy that their code is crashing behind the scenes. But
So
yeah,
all these three, comes together to make the whole thing moving. So you're
yeah,
gonna offer
essentially,
all of them.
yeah,
You're gonna offer all of them,
yeah,
and so it's up to you to choose the path you want, right?
exactly.
All right. I have, you know, I think you and I were just talking about. We all know there are a lot of jobs in our continent. People go through school, after that they come out, they are in jobs. But you say you have a way, and you said you can help people with this. You know, uh, what you're starting right now. So given that we don't really have jobs, so let's say people go through this, how are they going to be employed?
Yeah. So that's actually a great question. So there's a couple ways. For me, I think that any and everybody needs some kind of skill, right? And typically, when you learn a skill, it's good if the skill can be applied across many industries.
Mhm.
Software development is one of those, right? You become a software engineer. It doesn't matter whether you're working for an oil company, you're working for a hospital, whether you're working for a restaurant or you're working for a school. It doesn't matter. It's the same code, same everything, right? But I think that with this course, for those who, so I'm an entrepreneur.
Mhm.
So for me, I typically like to encourage people to think as an entrepreneur as you're learning the skill. Especially Ghana, those in Ghana that are looking for jobs. If you can learn this and start building solutions within the country. So, for example, there's so many problems in Ghana, right? So many problems, but sometimes, like I always say, you have to look in the midst of chaos. You have to look for the opportunity. That's my saying that I live by. When things go wrong or things are not going right, what can we do to help it or change it or improve? So, if somebody learns this skill, let's say, for example, waste management, as an example, somebody can be in Ghana, excuse me, somebody can be in Ghana and create a waste management software.
Mhm.
Whether that is, okay, you're gonna set up maybe trash bins in your neighborhood or in your community, and people go and put their trash there, or somebody, you have people subscribe, you know, I don't know, 100 cities a month or something, or 50 cities a month. And you have somebody else that's already doing this job. They're already doing it.
Yeah.
Have that person go and pick up the trash, and then you take a small cut. That's software right there, right? That's one application, but essentially there's so many different ways to make money. So many different ways to make money. If you think about Uber is nothing but a software company. If you think about Grubhub, it's nothing but a software company. If you think about Amazon, nothing but a software company. Tesla, all these companies are all software-based companies. And so if we look at what these guys are doing here, and we learn the skill, we have the skill, we can essentially do what they're doing in Ghana, and create jobs. And with this type of thing, when you build something, you're not building it for yourself. You're building it for, more
The
people.
community. Yeah.
Yeah, essentially for the community, for the country, for your city, whatever. Like you're essentially going to create jobs for other people, and that's what tech is about.
So my understanding, if I'm getting hearing clear, if you know these skills, one, it can help you your critical thinking skills, right? Boost that. Two, it can also help you be an entrepreneur yourself and also trying to invent things. Like you said, every chaos, there's what opportunity there.
It's an
So and
opportunity.
when we look at
Yeah,
where we come from, there's opportunities everywhere. So I think what you're trying to say
everywhere.
is, hey, if you take this course and get it well and get the whole thing understanding and everything, it's not just to go get a job, but also to go create something, right? And I think I like that. And I think my understanding also is these tech companies, sometimes it doesn't really matter where your location is. They can employ you from anywhere, you know, especially those in the Middle East and all that. They usually employ people from Ghana too, which is probably maybe you might not be there, but it can be online, you know, or something like that. So I think that's also another opportunity. And I
Right.
also believe even if you don't create anything and you start getting those jobs, they can put money in your hands and start go do your entrepreneur thing. And either
Yeah.
way, it's a win-win situation.
Yeah. I mean, definitely. I mean, even like my I always bring up my last intern. So my last intern, he graduated from school. He couldn't find a job for over a year. And then his mom reached out to me. We used to go to church together. So his mom reached out to me and said, "Look, my son hasn't been able to find a job for over a year. He's just been sitting home." And it's funny because like I think 8 years before that, about 8 years before that, his older brother came through my internship program.
Mm.
And when he came through, he was going to school for computer engineering. Pretty much like building hardware and things like that. After 1 month, he told his parents he wants to be a software engineer, and the rest is history. He ended up becoming a software engineer. So his mom connected me to him. I spoke to him, and I said, "Look, just come and intern for me, and I guarantee you, after you're done, you're gonna get a job." And within 4 months, he got a
Boom,
job.
you got a
He got
job.
a job at Google.
Oh, wow,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
good
yeah.
money.
Huh?
Is it good money?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, just think about it. 22 years old, being offered about lower end of 100 something,
Yeah,
right? That's great.
it's a good start. It's
Yeah,
also
and
not a good start, very good start.
it's a great start at 22 years old. And
All
then
right,
and then uh-huh.
let me hit you here again because I really want our people to do this. And these days, I've been, I have opportunity to talk to a lot of young people in Ghana, and they are doing very good, very, very good. These people are not waiting for the government. They are not waiting for pastors. They are not waiting for their uncles. They are not waiting for whatever. What it is they're getting this information from my brother, Gobenda Akwent. They are doing a phenomenal job. They are not sitting. They are not waiting at all. But what I've realized is most of them have been. Uh, I know you recently went back to Ghana and all that, but I know you've been out for quite some time. So uh, if you look at it, we really haven't changed a lot. Our system hasn't really changed a lot. It's still the same thing, the watches seller and all that. Those are still, because when I talk to them, these people are making the same thing, making a lot of money, right? So, and most of them are also, being civil servant and all that, being teachers and all that. What they're doing is they trying to do something extra, add to what they are doing, more or less like maybe they are teachers, the money is not much, so they are, trying to farm a little bit and all that. So, or maybe, they are not teachers, they are just regular people after school, they didn't do anything, they trying to be in farming or they trying to, this skill, right? If they learn this, how can this help them? Like, let's say a farmer, somebody doing farming, how can this skill help them? Oh,
You break up.
I can hear you though, so you can talk. Did you get my question? Uh-oh. Okay, let's wait a little bit.
I can I can barely hear
You can barely hear me. Okay. I mean,
you.
your
Can you
screen
hear
is
me?
off though. Kind of breaking a little bit. Okay, I think you're back. You're back. Yeah, you're back.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
yeah,
Let me
yeah,
go
yeah.
over the
Yeah.
question again. So, like I was saying,
Yeah,
see, our country.
yeah.
Did you hear the question? Or you want me to
No,
repeat
no,
it?
I definitely didn't hear it. No.
Okay. All right. So, how can the skills you're trying to bring, how can that actually help somebody being a farmer, or somebody trying to, yeah, how can that skill help them?
Yeah, yeah. I think that's a good question as well. So let's say somebody's into farming, right? And so the thing is, like, usually, um, so like a software engineer, right? A software engineer is nothing but just a tool. So this is how people need to think of software engineers, or engineers, period, right? So the engineer knows how to build things, but the farmer is more valuable than the engineer, because this farmer has the industry experience, and the farmer knows what it takes to produce the output. Now, the farmer knows the information and the details to make the output a success. And so these are the things that the farmer has to tell the software engineer, and the software engineer builds a system around that, and then that will help the farmer to 10x whatever they're doing. In terms of like saving time, in terms of generating more money, in terms of keeping track of maybe the crops, or the time that they planted, or I mean, I can give you a simple a solution
Yeah.
for a farmer, right? The farmer plants. After he plants, he needs to put in the system what he planted on what day, right? Each thing that he planted, how long till they reap, right? He can put that into the system. Right before that time comes, the system can alert him, hey, you need to check on this, check on that, or do this, XYZ, right? So I mean, at a fundamental level, I mean, everybody benefits, but it's those who have industry experience are the ones who are who will benefit the most, right? Because a software engineer just knows, programming and coding and things like that. They typically, we typically don't have industry experience in terms of like like farming and you
Like on
know
the ground.
yeah, we don't have that. But if we have someone that has it, and typically it's a business analyst that's going to probably get with the farmer, and the farmer is going to tell him or her, their problem and blah blah, and then we go ahead and build a solution around that, right? So, yeah.
All right, so let me go back to other side. The other side is, we more of sellers, buying and selling.
Mhm.
I'll come to that. That's why I'm going to reveal your secret.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
uh, so like buying and selling. Like I said, most people are into that also. How can them taking the course help them? If they're not really going to take a job and they want to, yeah, they're still buying and selling. How can that help them?
yeah. I mean, if you're so if somebody's into buying and selling, let's say, well, it depends. It depends on their mindset, right? If they're trying to do it on a big scale, then if you take a class like this, well, if you take a class like this, you just need to keep in mind that this is for somebody that wants to be into engineering. But let's say if you're into buying and selling, you say, okay, you know what? I want to build something to propel my business, right? Help move my business to a different level. Then that's different, right? You can essentially build a system that can automate your marketing, right, to draw customers in. You can build a system that tracks your inventory, and maybe you have different channels that you're selling from or selling to. You have a system that essentially, you know, keeps track of that, right? I mean, there's so many different ways that somebody that buys and sells can
Gain from
this
it.
can benefit that person.
Yeah. You know why I'm asking that question? Because I know, folks, this guy has been able to done something with is a PO system, PA system, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That is another story. We're going to talk about that. It's going to
Yeah.
really help us. It's going to
Yeah.
help the content about how these system works. And we know all these goes with the internet and all that. He's trying to take the internet out, and I'm not going to say much. That's another story for another time. And this is this is genius. The way the whole thing is going. All right, so now let's come back to the course, right? So what is the what are some unique elements in your curriculum that like that can like technical, like debunking and all that? What are the unique things that can prepare the person for interview and all that? What are the unique things that in your program?
Yeah. So I think I want to make my program slightly different from all the other guys, and also a couple years ago I interviewed about 150 software engineers. So I was a technical screener for the second largest IT firm here in the U.S., but specifically just on Microsoft technology, right? Which is what I've been involved in for the past 14 years or so. So with my program, I'm essentially, helping people to understand what it's like to work in a company as a software engineer. So some of the things that we're going to be focusing on is how do we work as a team, and so we're going to have that. So like everybody that joins, it depends on how many people I get to join the program, but we're gonna try to break some of the students into as a team, right? And then if, let's say, for instance, if somebody is going to be a back-end developer, we're going to treat them like the back-end developer of the team, right? Somebody's a front-end developer, we're going to treat them as a front-end developer. You're a full stack, we're going to treat you like the full stack. Some of the good things is also communication, because in our industry, the person that communicates the best is the person that's most respected. Believe it or not.
I was just about to say that, especially talking about the team. You see, when you look at our community, teamwork is not something, especially partnerships, it's not something we are good at. And but looking at the world, people that are winning, are going for partnership. And with this program, I understand you don't just want people just to go get a job, to get a skill for our community, to help them to be able to create stuff like you were talking about, waste and all that. They can create stuff, create something to help these young guys. What have you put in your program that can help for communication and teamwork and all that? That can help the community or have individual who take the class.
Yeah, that's a great question. So one of the things that we're going to center the program around, especially once we get to that part where we're doing the team building and the communication and things, is we're essentially going to follow the industry standard. Right now in the industry, the agile methodology is what almost every company is following, and pretty much what that is if a company A comes to you and says, hey, I need this built, right? What you're going to do is agile is going to allow you to work with them little by little and get feedback along the way, right? Versus where in the past, they'll come and just say, hey, I need this, and then you'll go and build it, and you come back, and then there's so many problems, and then you got to go back and forth. But this one with agile, the person is working with you along the way, every step of the way. And so this is one of the things that I'm really going to emphasize on, that teach it in such a way where it's pretty practical, right? We're going to be a team. Every day we're going to meet. We're going to have a final project. So every day we're going to meet, and I'm not that we're going to meet every day, but every day we do meet, right? People will have to be responsible for certain things, and if one person drops the ball, the project won't be successful. And so the team we have to work as a team. If someone is struggling, we're not going to go and criticize them. We're going to find a way to help them, right? And so team building, partnership. By the time you finish my course, trust me, you'll be ready for the industry. When you go into a company, and you go for a job interview, they can pick up on some of these things. Again, as somebody who I've interviewed about 150 software engineers, these are some of the things that I also look for. Can the person communicate what they're trying to convey, right? Can they, effectively? I don't want to hear about, oh, I don't know how to explain it. Then you don't know what you're talking about.
So you're talking of you bringing in mentorship, preparing for interviews and all those things. So people that will take that path to trying to get into companies and all that. And also, so let's say people that let's say in your program, what are the programs that can help a student build a confidence? What are you? Is this something that you're building to be able to bring confidence? Because our self-image and confidence is one of our biggest issue when it comes to our community. So what are you that bringing in to be able to do that?
Yeah, I think from confidence is something is belief in oneself, right? So if you're learning the things we want you to learn, showing that you're studying, you have a positive mindset towards this whole thing. The confidence, you're going to build it by yourself, because when we have the team building sessions and stuff, the goal is for us to see. Well, what I'm going to be looking for is lack of confidence, right? If somebody is speaking and they're all over the place, they're talking more than they need to, that tells me they're not as confident. And confidence, if you have a lack of confidence, it means that you just maybe you don't know your stuff, or there's a lack of understanding. And so these are some of the things that we're going to help you with. I'll use my last intern as an example. At the time we were working on e-commerce, and I had him, I gave him some work, and I said, hey, look, here's the requirements. I want you to just read the requirements, do some research, and then let's touch base again and tell me how you're going to approach it. Don't even start the work, just do research, initial research. So he did his research. We got on a call, and he says, oh, I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to do it like that. I'm going to do it like this. I said, okay, I think that'll work. It'll work, but have you thought about it this way? And then I explained my thought process. He's, oh, shoot, okay, yeah, I think that's going to work, and it's going to be easier. So yeah, that's how software is. There's a million ways to skin a cat, but which way is the most effective one? So yeah, we're gonna help. We're gonna help with confidence in a lot of different ways.
Okay, awesome. So, what advice do you have for somebody just a beginner, or somebody that wants to transition from different career to the software, or somebody that is especially on our side, somebody's already doing something and they think this might be able to help them do more? What advice do you have for the person?
I think in this industry, anybody that's dedicated and driven can be successful. If the person is already into tech, maybe let's say somebody that's in cybersecurity, it's going to be slightly easier, right? Because they're kind of familiar with systems and processes and stuff. But somebody that maybe doesn't have any background, but they're just interested in, looking to get into the industry, I'd say, really start reading. Start reading about how other people got into the industry, what path they took, and things like that. And really see if this is for you, because this industry is forever changing. Forever changing. Every 6 months, Google does an update to one of their platforms that almost every big organization uses. Every 6 months, something new. And so it has to be somebody that is that loves to learn, somebody that's agile, right? Wouldn't mean be one time. Not for the no one said like no, I don't know. Also, you have to continue to learn. You have to continue to learn, because once you stop learning, that's it. That, I mean, your skill will become obsolete in a few years. Into
Oh, sorry about this. I'm saying, man, yeah, you need.
Oh, okay, okay,
And say,
yeah,
your friend saying we need to survive. I mean, tell us how to get in touch and all that. Sorry about that.
yeah.
Like I said, I didn't do a good job. I said, come to me. So,
No,
but
no, no,
tell
that's
us, how
fine.
can we get it, in touch with that?
Yeah, so we're saying, so Osha on the fly, and so Osha advantages somehow. If Osha advantages somehow, those are the main things that I think that that's gonna guarantee most people to land a job. Hands-on projects, and then, like I said, the teams will work together. On an agile basis. Nti 10 BA project everybody will go around. What do hey, what do him? By the time we finish, it will be a full solution that somebody can pull up or talk about in depth in an interview, right? So, and then also expert instructors. I mean, we've been in the industry for years, so. Um,
Okay.
Uh, and then
Yeah, I know
the
I
last
put it on
part.
there, but can you? I know I put it on there, but can you still tell how we can get in touch, contact you?
Oh, yeah,
Uh,
yeah, 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 yeah. So techwaytraining.com, right? So if you want to be on the road to tech, success, get on the
mhm.
techwaytraining.com. Also, we have the phone number there.
Training.com,
Yeah,
techwaytraining.com. I'm
yeah,
trying to
yeah,
put it on here so that everyone will see it. But whilst I'm doing that, I just want to. I'm more focused on our people. Our people that live back home. I'm more focused on them. So, I want you to go on and still tell them a little bit as we go into the end, how taking this code can help them again. I know we've done it, but let's go deep a little bit. How it can help them again.
yeah. And see, so emphasis. I think so. I'm gonna stick to English mostly, but so if you take this class is going to give you a lot of opportunities,
Mhm.
and the opportunities are not just getting a job. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you can also be an entrepreneur. Um, but with this skill set, you can work from anywhere in the world.
Mhm.
You can work remotely. You can make great money. Um, just a bit in a way you never dreamed of.
Okay.
you know, yeah, and see, I mean, one of the things that I'll say to people that are in Ghana is that where you're at, is where this technology, this type of skill set, can really make you successful. And what I mean by that is because there's so many challenges in Ghana that um, we can easily use technologies to solve. You know, from the political arena. I won't dive any deeper on that side, but the political arena, if you use software for check and balances, um, to schools, just anything that you can think of, right?
Mhm.
Anything that you can think of. If you see something that you think is a challenge or problem, um, you need to shift your mindset, right? This is what we're talking about, the paradigm shift. You need to shift it to see it as an opportunity, right? Not for the so you know be cry what how technology work as yeah. With my phone, we don't know why, and I so be on that. Or you can even partner with somebody that's not, a technical person. But yeah, but I think it's a great idea and a great opportunity for anybody that's looking for a change in income and the lifestyle and just overall quality of life.
Wow, wow, folks, Pinyayati, you know, these are the information is right here. If you want to get in touch, and if you want to know more, you can get in touch with him. But it looks as if what I take, what I'm taking from this is, hey, not just software, those things alone, just using that for employment, but you can use that to solve issues. And when you're solving issues, we all know what happens, right? Money comes into your hand. Someone said, when you solve issues, you get reward with papers with presidents, faces on them. So, yet when you start solving issue and learning these skills can help you. He just told us more about how this can help you, even if you are, a farmer selling and all that. And it can help you also, the skill that you learn from it is going to help you solve issues, critical thinking and those things. So it's something that I believe everyone, can take it. And also if you are shifting or trying to transition from a different job to another job, it can also help you. And also, software these days, we know it doesn't matter where part of the world you are, you can be employed working for a company whilst you live in, let's say Ghana, work for a company in Dubai and all that. So I think it's this opportunity that everyone might want to jump on it. And, I think it's going to help. Yeah, onto that note, like I said, I'm always, advising people to make sure they shift their paradigm. It's very important because when you look at where we are from, somebody to be a the information we've got up to this point, it's not encouraging. It's like you can't do anything by yourself. Always you have to be waiting for somebody. It's like and it's from everywhere, all angles, school, everything. It's like, we are the intimate, So this is some of the things that can help you transition, change, shift. And that's what we need. And now we want everybody to be able to do that and succeed. On to that note, I would say, hey, make sure you spend wisely, save intentionally, and be generous. Be generous. This program is usually done live on Wednesdays, every Wednesday between, let's say that the time change now, so 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Ghana time, and on the US is 4 to 5 Eastern time. If you want to get a live show, jump on this. Go to PATRIK BARFI YouTube channel so that you'll be notified anytime there's a live show going on. And not that alone, we have so many contents about finance and all those things. So that can also help you. These are the things that we need to shift our paradigm. With the kind of situation here, agronomy, yes, can be LTVD agro. You understand what I'm saying? So jump on it and get some of the content for it to be, and also jump on the guy's website, and also call him, get more information, and go from there. All right. See you guys on the next Paradigm Show.